And all the top cars and top drivers were at Ohakune last weekend for some of the best rally action you'll see in this country. Our cameras were also there, and Dougal Stevenson has this report.
Rain. 2 weeks of it in Ohakune. Not exactly what the organisers ordered. On this wet April Saturday, drivers, navigators and crew put their 76 cars through a final scrutineering and hoped the weather would clear. Round 1 of the National Motor Rally Championship is also an opportunity to compete for points in the Street Schools New Zealand Rally and the Central Rally Championship. So the best drivers, like Bruce Herbert and his Subaru, will compete through 9 special stages on the Seal, Shingle, and on the forest roads around Ohakune and Raitahi. As the 6 times winner of this event, former New Zealand Rally champion Joe McAndrew was first on the road. Present New Zealand Rally champion Rhys Jones heads into stage 1. On the start line, consistent top performer Jeff Argyle. That this is a major event on the motorsport calendar does not impress nature. Steady rain becomes a downpour. It's slippery on the Seal and it's rough off. It's his first time in the navigator's seat, not exactly a baptism by fire, for TV sports producer Dave Hedge, guiding driver Marty Rothenberg. Dave's job is to keep Marty as fast and as smooth as possible through the stages.
Meters to left 4, sweeping over bridge. Finishes on the exit of the bridge. 200 meters, left 4, sweeping over bridge.
And so far, so good.
Finish. You're on?
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, good.
Well done, Eugene.
Just keep calm like that, it'll be good.
When does a V-dub go like a Porsche when it's powered by 2.7 litres of Speedway car engine and driven by a local? For nearly 20 years, Mazda RX-3s have been popular and competitive when beefed up into rally cars. At the end of the stage, a 3-way dead heat. Jeff Argyle, Rhys Jones and Joe McAndrew. Here's Joe heading off on stage 2, only to slide off up on the mountain and be unable to continue. One of Sod's laws of motorsport. When wheels don't turn, neither does car. Craig Marshall, whose rally was to end on stage 4 when he rolled, but it wasn't his car. Doug Bredan overdoes it and takes a moment to reflect, looking back where he's been. Oops, and then he clips the other curb. That causes brake trouble. He'll withdraw later. Just the right application of power at the right moment. Patrick Wright of Tom Renault. Jason Weld applying plenty of opposite lock. And the Peugeot of Alan Hooper, locking up, crossing up, and tight. Bridges are there to get us over life's little hurdles, but there's always the pioneer who tries to find his own way across. Another competitor finds the going a bit tricky. On rallies, trained first aid is always close by the action. Deborah Kibble heads past, probably unaware that his sister-in-law, Amanda, has been slightly injured. Amanda's father carries her to the ambulance. She was bruised and shaken, but otherwise unharmed. Not so the car. Rally spectators instinctively gather on those corners where they know drivers will turn on their best performances. Or just not turn and spin. Or just crash. Stage 2 took the competitors up the mountain. Stage 3 brings them down. Jeff Argyle and his Nissan, he was third equal on the stage. Bruce Herbert, Subaru, chasing the Nissan down the slippery mountain road. Subaru of Paddy Davidson races down the mountain and into Ohakune. Paddy's a very competitive driver, has been driving for more than 15 years. Ross Meekings from Hamilton, his Toyota Celica. Ross ran into some accident debris up on the mountain and that punctured the left front tyre. Pretty interesting luck on the day. The engine of his Toyota seized just after it crossed the finish round. Mitsubishi Galant of Marty Rothenberg. Brian Green had his troubles. The Mitsubishi punctured a front tyre up the mountain and finally shed it. While the corner that took its toll on the drivers going up the mountain was no less merciful on the way down. The stage was run by Todd Bowden and Chris Lee in a Mitsubishi Lancer. Only 1 second slower, Jeff Argyle and Roger Bennett, and then Bruce Herbert. Stage 4 of the 9-stage rally in the Karioi Forest, the longest stage in New Zealand rally, 64 kilometres, flat-out gravel road. It requires intense driver concentration and precise, clear navigation. Jeff Argyle in the Nissan automatically lifted his foot when he spotted the police radar of the forest, a reaction which may have cost him a clear win on the stage. He was first equal. Bruce Herbert, the Subaru Impreza. The Toyota of Ross Meekings. Marty Rostenberg and Dave Hedge relishing the pace on the open forest roads. From Hamilton, Chris Ramsey in his Mitsubishi Galant with the detachable sump guard. Doug and Marie Bredan from Island Bay in the Mitsubishi Lancer drove a steady rally and finished 13th overall. Patrick Wright and Mike Gibbs, who looks after the seating for rallies in the central region, keep the powerful Volkswagen belting along to finish 12th. Well, there's lots of roads, so why not use it all? Chris Ramsey now with detachable sump guard, floating bumper and flat tyre on the Mitsubishi Galant. Brian Green and Timo Lloyd bounce onto the end of the Forest stage to finish 16th. Mazda RX-3 of Ewan Fugue and Ross Collier, enjoying the Forest and driving well to finish 17th. Carl Robinson and Lee Skilton in the Nissan Sunny. In the Forest in car with Marty and Dave on their first outing together. To keep it on the road, the navigator needs to call it the way it's going to be, not the way it's been. They went on to finish in 5th place. Too much rain for too long caused the cancellation of special stages 5 and 6 and delays to the start of stage 7. The last 2 stages ran in the dark and the wet, bringing the remaining cars, 47 survivors out of 76 starters, back to the finish room at 9:30. Winners Jeff Argyle and Ray Bennett by 6 seconds, Rhys Jones and Leo Belt.
Number 3, driven by Jeff Argyle and Raymond Bennett. Presented the Buffalo Public.
Third, Bruce Hope and Robert Ryan.
Saying if everybody's sitting there in the pulpit.
You sort of got to get out, you got to wave to the crowd, you see. Yeah. Well done. We make everyone feel like champions here. What sort of a rally?
And Deborah Kibble is the first woman driver home with navigator husband Jamie Kibble.